Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89, the VA Claims Consulting. Leave no vet behind. And thank you for joining my live stream this evening. I am taking questions, and we're going to be talking about some topics within the VA disability compensation claims process. But mainly tonight, I'm trying to go through as many questions as I can. So I only have a couple of topics that I'm going to go over. That way I can maximize the time that I can answer some of the questions. Try to get to most questions tonight. Okay. So that being said, this live stream is a Q&A session on the VA disability compensation claims process. And also this video, even though we're live, is for educational and informational purposes only. Not what we things that we do discuss may or may not help you obtain service connection. Everybody's claim is different, but we'll try to get through the majority of the questions. So with that being said, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be notified of upcoming events and upcoming videos when I upload them. Okay. So with that being said, just want to give a shout out to a few people. We got Tom Patrick, we got Michael, we got Lonnie, and Gene Webb. Good to see you again, Gene. First start. Cool. So the first thing that I want to talk about this evening is one, I always, or in the majority of live streams, I always challenge individuals, veterans, and I ask them, have you received a copy of, or have you submitted a FOIA privacy request to obtain a copy of your VA disability compensation claims folder? Okay. A lot of veterans, they'll say, oh, I'm going to do an appeal. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Well, I got denied. I want to go to BVA. I want to, you want to do all these things, but you don't have a copy of your claims folder. You don't know what the VA is looking at, what their adjudicator is looking at. Okay. Why did that examiner say no? Okay. All that information is in your VA claims folder. So as I go through these questions, I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to ask me a question. And one question I'm going to ask, have you requested a copy of your VA claims folder? Okay. Some of my old videos, I show use mine as a prop. I show the paper copy. I had 2 volumes, and then also I shared the CD that I received. Okay. So without any further ado, make sure you get those, hit that like button. Okay. So we can increase this. So we got 21 people and growing. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay. So first question, who we got? Tom Patrick, if a veteran is rated, and want to make sure, give me a thumbs up. I want to make sure everyone can hear me. Okay. So just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, everything is on my end. Looks good to go. Okay. If a veteran is rated 50% for migraines, will they be reduced to 30% if medication helps? Does medication play a factor? Okay. So, Tom, have you looked at, if you're service connected for migraines, in that rating decision, it tells you why they granted the 30%. And also, they tell you why they didn't grant the 50%. Now, if they granted you the 50% criteria, they tell you why they granted that 50% criteria. And also, you can go to diagnostic code 8100, 8100. In all my videos, and even in the description section of this video, I tell veterans how I obtained a copy of my disability breakdown letter. I did a video on know what you're service connected for. And I talk about the disability breakdown letter, not the summary letter, but the disability breakdown letter that includes the diagnostic codes. And when you go to the rating schedule, it'll tell you the criteria, diagnostic code criteria for 0, 10, 30, 50 for migraines. Guess what? Medication is not in there. All right. So you want to make sure you look at that criteria. Now, when you say reduced, if you're 50%, how can they reduce you? Are you going in for an increase? Because the highest that you can get for migraines is 50%. All right. Let's see who else we got. Lonnie Britson. I was told the criteria for aid attendance SMC-L, you would need a single disability of 100%. If not, then what are the criteria for aid attendance? You are correct. Now, here's my SMC book. Okay. So we're going to go to SMC-L. And also, Lonnie, I did a video on SMCs. If, the easiest way, I got, almost 100 videos. What you can do, go to my channel and you'll see, you click certain links at the top, community videos and so forth. Click on videos. When you click on videos, off to the right, you'll see a little search, a little magnifying glass. You click on that and you type SMC. So every video that pertains to SMCs will come up and you'll see that video. And I talk about SMCS, SMCK, SMC-L. You are correct. But some of the criteria for, and Lonnie, you're making me get my glasses down, okay? But here's SMC-L, okay? So you want to look at, according to 38 CFR 3.305, subpart B, number 1, the loss of use of both feet, okay? Then you have loss of use of one hand or one foot. Bilateral acuity, 5/200 or less. Permanently bedridden or aid attendance, according to 38 CFR 3.350, subpart B, number 3. And here, 5 bullet comments. ANA must be necessary solely due to a veteran service-connected condition, a service-connected disabilities. Because of service-connected disabilities, the veteran needs protections, from the hazards and dangers incident to daily living. Aid must be regular but not constant. ANA is reduced during hospitalization to a housebound rate. If a veteran is bedridden due to service-connected disabilities, there is no reduction based on hospitalization. Okay, then it goes into a little bit more. SMC-L. Remember that to qualify for SMC-L, the veteran needs to meet one of the following criteria: anatomical loss or loss of use of both feet, anatomical loss or loss of use of one hand and or foot, bilateral visual acuity 5/200 or less, permanently bedridden or in need of aid and attendance. Not permanently bedridden, and it says or. Okay, so Lonnie, definitely you can go research the M21. Did a class about I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was on a Friday, where I was showing veterans how to do a topic search in the VA's M21 and the 38 CFR. So if you go to the M21 reference, okay, and you type in SMC-L or just SMC, it gives a whole laundry list of K, S, L, P, M, O, all that, and the criteria. And at the bottom, it'll give you a link to the 38 CFRs, okay, that I just talked about, and you can get a little bit more information. That should give you a starting point, okay? So we got 39 people. Let's make sure we get these likes up. All right. Let's see. Michael, hello. I have a comp and pen for PTSD coming up. Please give me some B tips of what to expect. I don't know. And the reason why, I don't know the examiner that you're going to see. Every examiner is different. But I will say this. If you got the exam for PTSD, that means you had a stressor. What is that stressor? My question to you, Michael, is, I wouldn't say what is that stressor, but you have to think about what the stressor is. Did you see somebody get killed? Was you in fear for your life? And then how does that affect your social life and your occupational life? Okay. But to say, oh, you should expect this or you should expect that, I don't know what kind of examiner you may get. You may get a really good examiner that asks you some questions. Then you may get a really bad examiner that don't ask you anything. So that's kind of a hard question to answer because there's a human factor there. And there's hundreds of CMP examiners. I don't know what type of CMP examiner you're going to get. Okay. I talk about in a lot of my videos that I had 4 CMP exams. 2 examiners were really great. The other 2 were horrible, 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 horrible. But think about, okay, why did you request service connection for PTSD? And how does that affect you? Okay. Because only you can reasonably articulate your symptomology. Okay. All right. Back to Lonnie. I was told the criteria for 8 and 10s. Okay. We already hit that one. Michael says, I'm so nervous. Just relax. Go in and tell your story as it pertains. You think about, hey, I'm claiming PTSD. Why? How does it affect you? You claimed it, right? So what's going on? And hopefully you get an examiner that's willing to listen, and not only willing to listen, actually take the time and write down what you're communicating to them. Okay. I had to learn to keep all my stuff short, my answers short and direct and to the point. But like I said, I had 2 examiners that were just horrible. So regardless of what I said, they weren't going to, they already had their mind made up before I even walked in the door. Okay. There we go. Gene Webb. Good to see you. David Rodriguez. I think I remember you. You asked me to do a BDD video back in November or December last year, and I did it. Fort Belvedere present. Are you already out, David? Or are you still on? Still in? I did submit a request. Hey, thank you. You submitted. When did you submit your request? Did you do it by fax? Did you mail it? Did you do a direct upload? And also in the description section of my video, I list in the Department of Veterans Affairs Intake Center fax. I have their fax number on there, their address, and I just started adding the VA's direct upload link. Okay, all that is in the description section. I get people ask me, how did you submit? What form did you use? And how did you submit the request before you request to get a copy of your CD? How did you, I think, what else? How did you do an intent to file? How did you get a copy of the disability breakdown letter? There's a lot of information in the description section. You got to click on the show more button. All right. If you're on your phone, you have to click on that little arrow. Okay. It's not going to be a show more button. I can't remember which video that I did where I took screenshots and I was showing people how to do that. All right. So again, we got 45 people. I need to see 45 likes. Okay. Art, the Mass Banks. Do I need the nexus letter for Gulf War syndrome if I was in Desert Storm, had chronic strep and skin rashes, and suffer symptoms of sleep apnea from enlarged tonsils and constant skin irritation? What is the diagnosis? Okay. Gulf War syndrome, that's not a claim. It's Gulf War undiagnosed illness. So strep throat, that goes and comes. Okay. Skin rashes, do you have dermatitis, eczema? Suffer symptoms of sleep apnea. Do you have a diagnosis of sleep apnea? So there's, I haven't looked at the VA site to see if they have DBQs for that. So you got to understand what goes into that nexus letter. They have to rule out that it's not due to anything else. Okay. The Greg Harris Show. Okay. Let me see. Let me get back up here. Okay, there we go. Is it true that when you submit a supplemental claim that you start over from the beginning? No. A supplemental claim is for a condition that you were previously denied for. So I guess technically you can say you start over with, but you have to define starting over. What does that mean to you? To me, I would have to just say a supplemental claim is you're reopening a claim that you were previously denied for, and you're trying to get service connected for. Are you starting over? I guess in certain contexts, some people could say yeah, because you're not service connected, so you're still trying to get service connected for that condition. Melvin Smith, hey brother, how we doing? I'm all right. Good day, Mr. Kimball. My question is, when a veteran is rated P&T, disabled with no future exams, and on the PDRL with a VBA schedule, a reexamination, why would they schedule? If you're 100% P&T, no routine futures, why would they schedule another exam? Unless you come in and request a new condition or increase in something, then they would schedule it. But if you don't do anything with that claim after you become 100% P&T and there's no routine futures, I'm not saying that they won't, but it's highly unlikely. I haven't seen that they would do that. All right. Ron, good evening. How we doing, Ron? Frank, I'm at SMC-L now. I now have drop foot. Should I file or don't rock the boat? That would be totally up to you. I don't advise veterans on what they should or they shouldn't do, other than you should be educated. Um, One, educate yourself on SMC-L. I just read some of the criteria for SMC-L. Easiest way that I do searches for things is in the M21. The M21 is not law, it's not regulations, it's just a reference. But the reason why I use it is because when you look up something and you get to, it's like a Google search. And when you find that M21 reference, at the bottom, they'll have if it's a court case related to it, if it's another M21 reference manual related to it, if there's a 38 CFR that's related to it. And then you can open that up in a new tab, and that'll help alleviate your search time. Okay. Are your services veterans only, or do you provide services to active duty soldiers getting ready to retire? I do have some active duty clients. Just talked to one today, actually. We educate all veterans, but if you need representation, we don't represent veterans. Okay. All right. We got 52 people. Make sure we get those likes up. Okay. Oh, and David, have you went to request a copy of your service treatment records from your local medical facility since you're on active duty? Okay. Junior, for my sleep apnea claim, I had 2 positive DBQs from the VA contractor, but the VA requested a third opinion, which was negative. They used a negative to deny me. Would HLR be a good route? That would be up to you. Can't answer that question because I'm not looking at your paperwork. When you say you had 2 positive DBQs, were they actionable and sufficient? Did they come from your private doctor? Were the DBQs complete? Did you have a nexus statement with it? Was all that information actionable and sufficient? And if it was, and they scheduled an exam, why did you go to the exam? Why did you go to the exam and give them information to use against you? So there's a little bit more information needed to answer that question. But if you want to do a high-level review, still you got to think high-level review. They're looking at, was it a mistake made from the time you filed that claim until the adjudicator or RVSR rated that claim? If there was no mistake made, then you're going to lose, more than likely, you're going to lose that high-level review. So looking at the rating decision, looking at, if you had a private DBQ and nexus statements, if you just had a DBQ without a nexus statement, then that could have been the reason why they scheduled a CMP exam. You went to the CMP exam and that doctor said no. Was you claiming it on a direct basis? Was you claiming it on a secondary basis? Did you have a sleep study confirming the diagnosis of sleep apnea? So there's more questions there, Junior. Okay. Do you have an office? Do you have a nope? No, I don't have an office. Actually, I'm in the Tampa, Florida area, Hillsborough County, in Tampa, Florida, and I was looking to do a brick and mortar here, an office, and then COVID hit last year. So I've been working from home remotely. A lot of our clients are all over the world. from Okinawa, Japan, Germany, Africa, Normandy, France, the Virgin Islands. So, for me to have an actual office, a lot of my clients I wouldn't even see. I would be on the phone and still do a lot of stuff by video or Zoom. Okay. Car accident and Hurricane Katrina. Okay, I think you were talking about PTSD. I think that was okay. So if that's your stressor, Hurricane Katrina, car accident, what are your symptoms of PTSD? How has your PTSD affected you? How has those stressors affected you to this point? Okay, social, work, and your social life, private, life, and your occupation. Okay, meaning your job. Right. Let's see, Michael going through LHI. Okay, and yes, both the positive DBQs had reasoning, but I guess it wasn't exactly what the VA wanted. Okay, so a nexus statement. We all our classes I canceled them for this month, but some of those classes I think I got 2 left. I got to do. I think one's tomorrow and Friday or next week. But one of the classes that we did offer was what goes into a nexus statement. What makes a nexus statement actionable, and sufficient. How to read a DBQ. Okay, what makes a DBQ actionable and sufficient. We canceled all those classes. We really didn't have a lot of participation, so we canceled them. So when we start getting demand for them again, I'll start putting them on my calendar to do them again. Broderick, will you do another M21 search class? I missed the class a couple of weeks ago. If I get some interest from it, Broderick, because I'll load my calendar up with different classes, and people don't sign up. They sign up and they don't show up, and so that time when I do that, I'm taking time from clients or talking to other vets on the phone. So we've postponed those. But if I start getting a lot of demands, a lot of people start asking in the comments of these videos after they watch them, then I'll throw another class together. Okay. The VBA allegedly sent a referral to QTC. I did not receive a registration email from QTC, so I did not go to the exam thinking it was a scam. Now VBA is threatening to reduce my benefits. What to do? More information is going to have to be looked at because right now we're just guessing. If you don't have a copy of your VA claims folder, was it actual or routine future listed on that code sheet? Okay, but if you call the 800 number, they should be able to tell you that. I don't know if they will. The VSR at the call center. So you just got to find out why they did that exam. And one way is to have a copy of that claims folder. Okay, because you could have had a routine future and just didn't know it because the VA doesn't send the code sheet to you. Now, another way you could confirm that you didn't have a routine future is if you go back through all your rating decisions, if there's a sentence called since there's a likelihood of improvement. And I did a video on this and I actually typed up the wording so people could see it and be aware of it to be on the lookout for it. But what I've seen in the past, and it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Veterans will have a DBQ. I'm not sorry, not a DBQ. They'll have a rating decision, and the VA will grant 100% PNT, and the RVSR will forget to remove the routine future. So even though the vet's 100% PNT, if the rater doesn't remove a routine future, if there's one on there, and then later on, 2 or 3 years down the road, it comes up, and you'll get a VSR not thinking, hey, let me ask somebody because the vet is 100% PNT, let's cancel this routine future. They'll just schedule it without even reviewing anything. Okay, I've seen that happen before. So more information, your evidence will have to be looked at to see, okay, was there actually a routine future on there, even though they granted 100% permanent total. Okay. Ernest, good evening. How we doing? Michael, I don't have to go and it's going to be done virtually. Okay. Yeah. So again, are you aware of the criteria for mental at 0, 10, 30, 50, um, 50, and 100%? Are you familiar with that? Okay. So just definitely just keep that in mind, so you know where you fall. Okay. So before I get into any more questions, um, I'm going to talk about one other thing. We've been seeing with a lot of our clients, and I talked about this last in my last live stream. A lot of veterans are submitting DBQs that raters can actually use. Okay, they can actually use it, whether it be increases, whether it be for new claims, and the veteran has the DBQ along with a nexus statement. If they're filing something secondary, they have a DBQ and a nexus statement. Again, what I've been seeing in most cases, the raters are saying, "Oh, your doctor was out of state." There's nothing to state that the doctor has to be in state. So when the veteran asks, "Well, what do you mean? What regulation states that my doctor has to be in state?" The rater is saying, "Oh, I don't know." Doesn't make any sense, right? Then they'll say, "Well, your doctor didn't review your VA claims folder." Now in the M21, it states take that into consideration. They don't have to. Now, if it's an increase, they don't have to, your private doctor, especially like, for PTSD, they don't have to verify their stressor again. They're looking for the current residuals. Okay. So I say that just, so to make you aware, because some of these are going through with no problem, but you got certain raters or some certain regional offices that are just saying, "Oh, I just can't justify the increase." And then the vet calls the White House hotline and they speak to the rater, or rater calls them and they say, "Well, why can't you justify what's going on?" "Well, I don't know. I just can't justify it." And then I give them a legit answer. And they're just seeing the current evaluation or denying it outright. Now the vet has to fight. Okay. Lifetime friend, 100%. Filed for aid and attendance. Heart condition, moved to Okinawa. VA sent him a letter Monday and said he's not qualified because he moved. Is that correct? I never heard of that. I never heard him denying it for that. So again, that rating decision or whatever letter they sent, someone will have to see that because he moved. They put that in there. I don't know of anything, and I'll have to, Gene was in the training that I did on how we did the search when I was showing veterans how to search the M21. So Gene, I would say go to the M21 and start doing some keyword searches for that. Okay, I haven't seen anything. Redbone says Junior in Howler review. Yes. Do you want it? Was it a mistake made? A lot of people jump right to a high level review when they get denied. And then when I ask, well, under 5 ways of service connection, which one did you claim it? Or which one does it fall under? I don't know. What is the criteria for each one of the 5 ways of service connection? I don't know. What mistake did the VA make from the time you filed a claim up until you received that rating decision? I don't know. So if you don't know the answer to any of those, how are you going to win a high level review? All those questions, you have to know that stuff. In my opinion, I'm not saying not to file a high level review, but if you don't know those questions, how are you going to win that high level review? Please share. Okay. Hey, all right, we got 71 people. Let's make sure we get these likes up. We got about another 30 minutes. September 9th, 2021 by email. Is that when you received your claims folder? I think you said you requested it, but you haven't received it yet, right? Okay. There we go, Fred. How we doing? Go, Ma. Hey, thank you for that super sticker. And like I said before, in the last live stream, all the funds that we receive from our YouTube channels is being donated in the form of school supplies, teacher appreciation, gift cards for 2 schools in low income areas in our community. Okay. And I just heard from my social media person right before I jumped on this live stream. I got approved. She did a page, and it's called Community Outreach. So definitely, I'm gonna put our website in the description section here. Give me 1 second, in the comment box, and go to our website. A lot of information there, but you can see, at least give me about 15 minutes after we get off the live stream, so I can go ahead and uh, approve that page, and you'll see we have some pictures of us, myself and one of my employees, DJ, delivering some school supplies to um, some of the school supplies to the school. We took some pictures with the staff. I'm looking at it now. I just got to publish the page. So all our proceeds, when you do a super sticker, a donation like Lil Rock did, $4.99, all that we receive every month from YouTube, and we donate. So tomorrow, actually, one of the schools, I'm taking some school supplies. We've had Ace Hardware in our community donate 700 masks. We had Home Depot, they donated a microwave, and another, it's called Famous Tape. They are donating a refrigerator and washer and dryer to this middle school. So tomorrow, I'm going to take some of those items over to the school. We're going to take some pictures with the staff. We try to get some pictures with the people that donated, but all our funds go to schools in low income areas. And we got 2 schools that we adopted, a middle school and a high school. So please donate. It would be definitely appreciated. And you'll see when you those donations, you'll see us taking stuff to the school, and we're going to be doing some career days as well. Okay. So we're not just pocketing those funds. We're actually doing something with it, with the young minds. All right. So definitely appreciate that, Ma. Go, Ma. Okay. Want to make sure I get to everybody's questions here. Okay. David, I'm still in. My terminal assignment just got approved. I'm waiting for my PCS orders for my last assignment. Okay. Definitely go and look at that video that you asked me to do. I think it was back in November, but I know I did it in December. BDD claims. Okay. Make sure you take a look at that. Steve gave a like, hey, I appreciate it, Steve. And also let me, I want to hear from some other people. Let me know if you requested that VA claims folder. Okay. All right. Steve, have you requested that VA claims folder? David, I asked, did you go and get a copy of your medical records from your medical center? Okay, Miss Hayes, finally got my 90%. Hey, congratulations. A couple of weeks ago, 2 claims were deferred for GERD, low back strain. Should this get me to 100%? Provided evidence from the VA provider. Miss Hayes, it depends on what else you're service connected for. If it's left knee, do you have to take into consideration the bilateral factor? So it's going to depend on the other conditions that you service connected for and the percentage. Now, if you're at 90, that means your overall percentage falls between 85% and 94%. Okay. So even if you get 10% for GERD and 20% for back, then, we have to know what all conditions you're service connected for, plug it into a calculator and see where you're at. Okay. But, if they give you 0% for the back and GERD, obviously you're going to say at 0. I mean, at 90%. But if they, give you a compensable valuation, then that 90 could move up, but it's going to be based off of where you're at between an 85 and 94% and what you're already service connected for. I was declared SSN disabled in medical retired from civil service. Should I file for unemployability? A lot of people ask me, questions. And again, I don't advise what you should or you shouldn't do. Now, unemployability. I did a video last year on unemployability. Gene, check out that video. Also, go to the M21, do a search for individual unemployability so you can see what it is, what the VA is looking for, and also there's a 38 CFR, and you can check out the criteria, okay? Because individual unemployability at 100% is different than just being 100% P&T. The criteria is different, okay? Because IU is not a standalone claim. It's a claim for increase, all right? Benny, hey, Benny, good to see you again. I've been complaining of symptoms that are documented in my treatment records. Treatment records where? On active duty, but the VA docs are reluctant to put a diagnosis on my problem list. My symptoms are documented, but not a diagnosis. But yeah, you can get treated at the VA hospital, but where does that fall under the 5 ways of service connection under VBA? And if it's due to service, where is it documented at? All right. David says, I have over 20 years of service. Is requesting a med board a smart move for conducting my last physical? That would be up to you, Mr. Rodriguez, if you want to do that. I'm assuming that you have enough time that you can retire. But if you want to go to the med board instead of just retiring, that would be up to you. I know what I would do, but you would have to make that decision because that's a career decision for you. Almighty Network, if you are scheduled a call for a CMP exam, consult, but they say they don't need anything from you, is that a good sign? Again, that depends on the examiner. There's hundreds of examiners out there, and I think that's it. It should fall under ACE, and you can go to M21 and type in ACE, and it'll tell you the definition what an ACE exam is. Okay, well, basically what they're saying is they have enough information to rate it, or not to rate it, but enough information to fill out the DBQ without you showing up without a phone call. I never cared for those because some of those I've seen like increases, like say for migraines. Everybody don't get treatment at the VA. So some of that documentation or evidence may not be in your claim folder. It may be right here in the veterans, right here. So the way to get it from here is the examiner needs to call. That's just in my opinion. Okay. But definitely go to M21, type in ACE, all caps, and they'll do a search in M21. And you just start your research from there so you can see exactly what it is. All right. Willie, I had a CMP exam and the doctor did not complete a medical opinion and rationale, and I was denied. Should I fight this? Getting a lot of questions where more information is needed. Was it a claim for increase? If it was a claim for increase, you're not going to get a medical opinion. Why didn't they do a medical opinion? Do you have a copy? Willie, do you have a copy of your claims file? Have you requested it? Because sometimes doctors will say there's no diagnosis. If there's no diagnosis, then they won't provide a medical opinion. So it's hard to say because I'm not looking at any information. Okay. You have to request a copy of that claims folder. If you would like for us to review it, we can do that, but you need that information. We don't have access to that. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, the donations are much appreciated. We know you don't have to do it, but thank you for doing it. And like I said, we're going to get that page up tonight so people can see some of the pictures, and we're going to add more pictures. Hopefully, if we can get those pictures to our social media person by the end of the week. Well, we're already at the end of the week, next week, but just keep going back and checking. And there's a photo gallery where you can click on each school and you can see some of the things that we're doing and, items that we're giving to the school and stuff like that. AZ, I am at 90%, and all of my disabilities are static based on the code sheet I got in the claims file. Does that mean I would never go to future exams? Well, if they're all static, okay. And I'm getting a lot of questions about routine future exams. Again, go to my YouTube channel, and go to videos. Click on the videos link and type in routine future. And I did a video on that, and I showed where you can find in a rating decision if you have um, a routine future. And also, I shared the M21 reference manual that guides adjudicators, RVSRs, on when not to schedule CMP exams. So definitely go and check that out. Okay. Steve, Almighty Network, do you mean by that, like the examiner said, that, or they don't tell you not? Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Okay. Johnny, hello, Willie. Okay, all right. So we're going to skip over that and get to some questions. Can you get reimbursed if you use an outside doctor? Also, where are the DBQs found? When you say when you use an outside doctor, are you talking about reimbursement for travel? The VA will not reimburse you if you have to pay for a DBQ. I know that for sure. DBQs on the VA's website. Let me look that up right quick and I can share that link with you. Give me 1 second. But also, Edward, have you submitted a request for your VA claims folder? That's the question. Okay. Let me see where we at. List DBQs by names. Nope, that's not the website. Let me keep looking. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. And a lot of these questions, guys, we as veterans, we have to take ownership of our own claims. A lot of this you can actually search. Okay, but you got to be willing to put the time in and go and do searches. So when I'm doing videos, okay, Edward, I'm about to put the link in the chat box. Let me know if you got it. But this is the VA's website that has the DBQs, list of the DBQs. But veterans, we got to take responsibility of our own claims. I'm getting a lot of questions where this stuff you could easily do research. Okay, it's your claim. Every claim is different. Okay. And again, I'm trying to do classes showing people how to search the M21, showing people how to search the 38 CFR, things like that. When those classes come up, they're free. I did that one for free. Okay. You need to sign in and make yourself available to go. I mean, if it was me, and I did a local class back in August, and it was a 4-hour class on how to be successful on the VA claims process. I did it in person. Okay. A lot of good information. But some veterans don't want to take the time to say, hey, let me dedicate these 4 hours to this class and get me some information so I can get educated and maximize my benefits. Okay. You can listen to all the YouTube videos, but it could be that one thing that you're missing, okay, with your particular claim. All right. Got to get educated. I was denied service connection with sleep apnea. If I get a nexus letter for sleep apnea secondary, would I file a new claim or supplemental claim? Again, what is a supplemental claim? Supplemental claim is when you were previously denied. Okay. If you get a nexus statement, do you need a DBQ? Just going to submit a nexus statement. What is that going to do without having a DBQ? Okay. And in our monthly classes, those are some of the things that we discuss. Okay. Ernest, I filed a supplemental claim this month. Right knee degenerative arthritis with meniscal tear, service connection. How long will it take? There's no definite time frame of how long claims will take. I'm pretty sure everybody on here tonight that received a rating decision, they can say, hey, well, it took me 30 days, it took me 60 days, or it took me 2.5 months, or excuse me, it took me a year. Okay. Everybody's, claims, the claims are a little bit different. Okay. So the time frames, especially. VA started on my claim and stopped. Haven't done anything to it over 30 days. I call the help desk, cannot get a straight answer. Okay, that's the help desk. Those are just VSRs. They don't rate claims. They're probably not even at the regional office where your claim is being worked. So they wouldn't even know. How would they know? A lot of people call the call center and try to get all this information. How do they know about what's going on with your claim? They can see that it's, under development or whatever, or it's marked ready for decision, but that's it. They're not decision makers, so they don't know exactly what's going on with your claim. All right. Yes, in the letter, the VA said he moved and now qualified. Well, if they put that in there, they have to have put a regulation with it. And if they did, I would have your friend go and do a research in the 38 CFR or whatever M21 they use that states since he moved out of the country, he's not qualified. If radiculopathy was included in CMP back DBQ, should the VA grant me radiculopathy, or do I need to claim it as a separate disability? Yes, I think in that new DBQ, it asks, it talks about the diagnosis of radiculopathy, and then somewhere it may ask what is it radiculopathy related to the back condition? Okay, go back and look at that. If it is, then yes, they even, I don't think they ask if it's secondary, but if it's a diagnosis on there and then the doctor completes that part of radiculopathy, yes, they should have granted it. Okay. It's that time. Hey, appreciate, been under the weather. Appreciate all you do. Hey, I appreciate you. So I'm gonna give you a shout out. It's that time. Booyaka, 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 booyaka. And he knows what I'm talking about. But hey, I appreciate the super sticker. I hope you doing well. Hope it's not COVID related. But anyway, I hope you wishing you a speedy recovery. Okay. Let me see. Let me get back. Oh, wait a minute. Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, there we go. Louis Martinez, connection the other CMP examiner gave you. I'm not understanding that question. Gun guy, hey, how we doing? Gun guy, you were supposed to call me and ask me something after my last live stream. I think you did, or you emailed me. I can't remember. Okay, but I didn't forget. It's that times. Stay waiting for that C file. It's been 5 months. Yeah, like I said, it took me 11. My employee, DJ, I talked to him tonight. We were talking about doing, he's going to get back on hopefully the next live stream. But he said it took him 4 months. Okay. It was a great video. I've shared it with my peers. I have seen the videos multiple times. Okay. Appreciate it. I watched the BDD claim video, went through BDD Ramstein. The decision letter was sent 26 August, but have not received it. I know 3 were deferred. How should I proceed currently in California? You got to wait. Got to wait on, what they say, Are you already off active duty? I'm assuming that you are. If they granted you the decision letter, you can go to e-benefits, and e-benefits, it'll have like a disabilities link, and that link is named disabilities. Click on it and see if it says service connection or not service connected for the conditions that you claim. Okay. All right, people, we got about 12 minutes left. I'm going to get ready to wrap it up with the questions. Richard says, had the BVA grant me for service connected migraines on July 26th. Haven't heard a thing since. Is there a time frame when I will hear from? No, there's no specific, they don't have a, time frame after BVA grants a decision. Okay. Denise, sorry, I do not have a VSO. How should I proceed? Do I just wait or try to call VA? I retired 1 July this year. What is your question, Denise? I can't. I watched a BDD claim video, went through BDD Ramstein. I know 3 weeks were deferred. Okay, I can't. Sorry, I don't have a VSO. You don't need a VSO for e-benefits. Just create an account. And you can go in there. So you don't need a VSO to do that. Also, the VA has a rating now, but it's still pending. Do you receive a comp on the claims decided? Thank you very much. If you're no longer on active duty, if you're on active duty, they probably did a preliminary rating. I would have to see that rating decision, but in there it should say something about this is this preliminary rating. And then once you go off of active duty, you come off active duty, and you tell them, hey, I'm no longer active duty, then they do a hard rating for you. Okay. Tom, 38 CFR 4.25 has a chart for adding your disability. Does the VBA stand by it? I can see where you could hit 95 on the chart, but if you do the VA math, it will come out to 94.5. Which is it? Again, I use a spreadsheet. I created a spreadsheet, and when veterans get the disability breakdown letters and they share that with me, it calculates the bilateral factor, all that, so we know exactly where they're at. It's no 95, 94.5, either 94 or 95. Okay. But there's calculators out there. But you got to get that disability breakdown letter to see what's what and if there's any bilateral factors. Okay. All right, people, let's make sure we get these likes up. There's the website. A lot of people ask me, what's the website? Where can you find it? In the description section of all my videos, the link. Okay. Have you had any thoughts yet about the presumptive condition science? That's what you asked me. I have still haven't did any research for, and the reason is it's just been so bogged down, and I need to do a video on that. But I want to make sure I go through the M21 and 38 CFR, and I want to do a video. I just don't want to throw something together and be talking about it. But what I've been hearing, they've added that to the presumptive list. I want to say it's 38 CFR 3.17. I can't remember if that's Camp Lejeune contaminated water, but I'll do like I did the M21. I'll create a class and we'll go through that. Okay, and I can show everyone how I do searches, and then kill two birds with one stone. I can show everybody how I do searches and what that presumptive is. To show everybody the conditions that's been added. Okay. But that was the question. And this is the link to the DBQ. So copy that link, put it in the browser, let me know if you can see the DBQs. Okay. Ronald, do you remember taking a DBQ to your CMP exam? Also letting the examiner know you have the DBQ. I didn't, but again, I just did a video on that, and if I had to do it again, I would. Some people left comments saying, "Oh no, don't do that," and it's up to you. Okay, I would, because I would want to know the questions that they're asking me and make sure you hold them to that, hold them accountable. Because so many veterans say, "Oh, I had a CMP exam and it was only 5 minutes," and they say I should have been there for, half a day or something like that. And then they get the rating and they're like, "Oh, they didn't ask me all the questions, or I was out of there," stuff like that. Okay. Got to be your own best advocate. I definitely agree with that. Do you need to attend a CMP exam if you have DBQ and nexus letter from an IM doctor? That would be up to you. I did videos and I talk about, I had DBQs done, DBQs with nexus statements and DBQs for increases, and I decided not to go. But that would be a decision that you would have to make. I made up my mind that I was not going back to another CMP exam. Wasn't going to happen. I was like, nope, 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 nope. Okay. Is there a time limit to file a supplemental claim? You got 365 days. Okay. When you type in, you go to the M21, type in supplemental claim, or that notification. I don't know if they note it in the notification letter with the rating, but yeah, 365 days. Now, yeah, I take that back. 365 days is if you file a claim within a year and you do get service connected, then they have to possibly go back to that original effective date for the claim that you filed that claim. If you wait after 365 days, then the claim starts all over again. And I think somebody asked me earlier about supplemental claims to start over. The claim itself doesn't start over, but as far as it pertains to the effective date, if you wait after a year, yes, then it's like you're starting all over. Okay. But if you file a supplemental claim within 1 year of the notification of denial and you do get service connected, then there's a possibility that they can go back. You know, that particular to that particular effective date. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, we got about 5 more minutes, and we're gonna wrap it up here. Hey, we got another super sticker. Appreciate what you do to those local kids. God bless you, Dwayne. Hey, I appreciate it, Gene. I really do. Um, that means a lot. Um, that donation, and like I said, we're going to put that money to good use. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Got mine in 5 months. Okay. Been busy. Wife sick. I'll try to call soon. Hey, I hope she gets well soon. Redbone $5. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. That means a lot. These super stickers. So again, I put our website into the. I'll do it again, just in case. And like I said, give me about 30 minutes. I will approve that site. I will publish it so you can see some of the pictures. Okay. And DJ and I are in some. I think our assistant is in one. Walmart had donated a $250 gift card, and the school could take that to Walmart and get $250 worth of whatever. Okay. One of the schools, the principal, she was paying out of pocket for weekly drawings for teachers appreciation. They were getting like a $10 gift card, and myself and my staff, we decided that, hey, we're going to do those $10 gift cards for the remainder of the year, all the way up until next year. And these super stickers, these donations, that's what some of that is going towards. Okay. So definitely appreciate it. Would like to donate. Vernon Lynn. You know what? I've never done the super sticker on another live stream. I guess I've never been on somebody else's live stream. So, hey, Gene and Redbone, list how you all did that super sticker. I think it's up top, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah, he says, how do we donate? Yeah, so somebody wants to share that. And as soon as it comes up, I'll share. Okay. Because I can't, my screen is different from you guys' screen, but it should be up top, a donated, like a dollar sign or something like that, and you click on it. But definitely appreciate that, Vernon. Luis Martinez, I got a good vertigo CMP exam. They changed it to vertigo, diagnosed Meniere's disease. Can that audiologist take away my service connection that the other CMP examiner gave me? More information has to be looked at. Did they say it was a progression? Have you requested a copy of your claims folder? Do you have a copy of that CMP exam? And if you do, what did that doctor state? Okay, could have been a progression, but then you have to look at the diagnostic code for each one. What is it? I don't have it open right now, but you can Google that under that diagnostic code. Okay. Clint Eastwood. How do I go about making a 100% rating permanent total? I have 12 ratings, 11 of them are static, and the headaches is done static. How do I get to permanent total? You got a routine future. Go watch my video, go to my YouTube channel and type in routine future exam, and that explains the routine future exam. And you probably got a routine future on one of those, okay? For then he says, okay, thank you. I'll check my benefits daily. No changes yet. I appreciate your videos. Miss Tampa, I will hurry up and wait. Okay. Okay, there's that website again. All right, got to run. Okay. Hey, you take care. Thanks again, Gene. We got about another minute left. Dwayne is the person who has so much to offer us. Thanks to Dwayne. He is here to assist us. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks. It's that time. All right. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Donate by using dollar box below line. You type in chat. Okay. I'll leave that up there. Those are all the questions I'm going to take for tonight. But I really appreciate everyone coming on, spending the time. Make sure you hit that like button. If you want to donate, it's that time. He states how you can do that. Donate by using the dollar box below line where you type in the chat. Okay. And again, give me about 30 minutes and I'm going to have that page published. Maybe not that long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And you can see go to the website. I put it in the description section, and you can see exactly some pictures of some things that we've already done. We got a lot of stuff that we're doing with these schools. I guess I was a little bit naive. I didn't think schools were underfunded like that, but some schools are. Okay. And that was something that my business mentor had mentioned last year, and now it's come to fruition. So we're really excited about that. The principals are excited to get supplies, and we're steady going out and get supplies. And also, if you know any companies that are willing to donate school supplies, hey, send me an email, give me a call, let me know, and I can reach out to those companies. And I got in my garage boxes stacked up next to my car that I got to take to the school tomorrow. So it's kids there that parents can't afford a lot of school supplies, and this way they can come to a school and they can go to the supply closet and get some pencils and some paper and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see what else we got. D, great job, appreciate it. Why is it taking so long for me to have a CMP exam for 2 of my issues that I applied for? It has been 640 days. I had a CMP exam over a year ago for my feet and never heard from. You probably want to check your benefits to make sure they haven't closed out their claim. Don't know why they're taking that long. I did a video on December 27th, 2020, how to file a complaint, how to do an inquiry. Check out that video. Okay. Ernest says, thanks you, sir. Okay. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, so that's it, everyone. I'm going to be doing these every other Wednesday, every 2 weeks. So I normally post it the night before the day. I thought I did last night before I went to bed. I didn't. And I posted it today. But make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Because when you hit that notification button, you'll get notified when I post upcoming live stream, and also you'll get notified for videos. Okay. So definitely do that. Okay. All right. Everybody stay safe, and I'll see you on my next live stream. And also don't forget to go to the website and pay close attention, because I might put up another free class. All right. Okay. Take care. Thanks.